on with the video. Hello guys, it's Modesty and my eyes are naked. So today I already did my face because all we're going to be using is one brush and your finger. I'm going to be showing you how anyone can get a simple, glamorous eye look. A huge thanks to Adeline Hernandez. Her Instagram name is AD with 3 eyes _J, and I'll make sure to put that in the description box below. And if you want to be shouted out in my next video or a future video, make sure you leave a video idea for any future video I have in the comment section below. Now, on with the video. Like I said, all we're going to need is one brush and your finger. For the brush, make sure it's fluffy enough where you can get it blended, and your finger, we're going to use that for a shimmer. Palette wise, you're going to want to make sure that you have a light color that you can put in the transition and a darker color that you can blend that out to the outer corner. Also, lastly, you're going to need one shimmer shade. That's what you're going to use your finger for. There's a bug.
What's that?
Kill the bug. Kill it. First, I'm going to be dipping into Smoking Hot, and I'm going to pack that on. I've already primed my lids, and if you watched my last video, you'll know I like to look in the mirror, tilt my head back, and stick it right into the crease. Now with blending, I like to make sure before I dip into any other product, you blend it on that outer corner near the brow bone and up. And once you have no more product, you're going to take it into the inner. I think the main tip that I can say for beginners is don't rush at all. Eyeshadow, blending it and practicing and stuff like that, it takes a long time. It took me a long time to learn how to do it. All you have to do is just keep blending, and don't dip back into another shade. Just keep blending it out until it looks really airbrushed. Now, since we are using 2 shades, you do want to drag this down to the outer V lower. Now, since I want that shade a little bit darker and it's blended, I can dip back into it, tap off the excess, and go right back in. And I'm going to start by stamping it onto the outer. And you just want to make sure all of that shadow is blended together. There's a fly and it won't leave. If you see the fly, I do too. Just ignore it. Thank you. I've been blending the shadow for a good 5 minutes now. Like I said, take your time. Just keep blending it out until you get what you want. I think that's the biggest mistake that people make is they want to rush through it. They want to get it done. But it just takes time. It takes time. Then dipping into a deeper brown. It doesn't matter what 2 browns you have. Just make sure you have a light shade and then you have a dark shade. I'm dipping into After Hours, and I'm going to start by just packing this on the outer lid. You want to kind of make stamping motions. Once you have that color stamped on, you're just going to do that same look tilt, and you're going to blend it up into the shade that we just put. Once you put that dark shade on, you want to make sure you go in reverse to your steps. You want to add that brown that you used at first so you don't lose it, and that's what gives you the blended look the most, and I don't think a lot of people do that, and I think that's why so many people get frustrated that it doesn't look like it's supposed to. So you want to just tap back into that shade that you used and just ever so slightly add it back. And once you get the blend that you want, it's onto the shimmer. I'm going to be going in with Diamonds and Pearls. Then I'm going to take that on my finger. I'm not going to flip you off this time. And I'm just going to add that to my lid. You also want to take your time adding this. If you add it more and more and you just keep packing it on, the more pigment and more payoff you're going to get. Once you've gotten kind of the product that you want, it's kind of covered up some of that brown. So all you're going to do is take that first shade that we used and add it back. I went ahead and did the other eye off camera and added some Bad Girl Bang by Benefit mascara, and I just kind of want to go over some of the main tips that we saw in today's video so you don't forget them. I think one of the main things, especially since I put it in my last video, is to do that look back tilt that I showed you so you don't get it kind of creased up, and also it helps with blending, especially if you have hooded eyes. The second thing is, don't worry about having to have the nicest, most expensive palette, because that's really not what it's about. You can see, as you can tell, you can create a beautiful look just with 2 shadows, a shimmer, and a brush. Literally, that's all you need. You don't need all these 50 million brushes. You don't need, the most expensive palette. As long as it has a light shade and a dark shade and then a shimmer, you can create a beautiful look. Another thing is, take your time. It took me forever to learn how to blend and how to get things perfect. Just practice, that's all I can tell you. Take your time blending, really just get those shades blended out and look airbrush, and make sure you're going back in and adding the shades over again so you don't lose that color and it's not just one big dark deep shade. Also, another thing is, make sure you're adding the shade again to make it a deeper color. You don't want it to look kind of sheer, especially with the shimmer. Just take your time patting it on with your finger. You just kind of got to get comfortable with what you got, and if you only have one brush, there you go. I just showed you how you can create just a simple everyday look with one brush and a finger. That's all you need. Make sure you're also taking that color after you put the shimmer on and taking the outer corner and blending it back in, because that's going to give you that nice blended look, and you don't want your shimmer to be drug over so far. Another tip that I didn't mention when I was blending is, if you want to make it look super blended right here, right at the front of the brow, if you take whatever you had on that first transition shade and you just blend it with no product left up into that brow, it's going to kind of give you that really, I keep saying airbrushed, but that's the word for it. It's going to look really nice and blended and make that really pretty. It's going to make it look blended from light to dark. Alrighty guys, that's all the tips I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and also thank you so much to Adeline or Adeline Hernandez. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. Again, I have her Instagram down in the description box below. And again, reminding you, if you want to be shouted out in my next or future video, leave a video idea in the comment section below so you can get shouted out. Also, this helps me a lot with filming, because of course I always want to do what you guys want to see, and that's why I ask so much. Thank you guys so much again for supporting me, and while you're here, make sure you go subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment down below. I hope this helped a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one.